Hello, welcome to Kumite in Tennessee 2022, the finale. We are here with Melty Blood Type Lumina. I am Roadkill Rambo. This is...
I'm Jadelyn, and I am excited to be here. We are super hype because we've got Melty Blood, and in case you're wondering, this was supposed to be on the HXC setup. They are experiencing some technical difficulties right now, and so we're ScruffyCityFGC, based out of Knoxville, Tennessee, so gracious to let us use this setup.
Yes,
so thank you guys.
We put off our French bet, all right, but we got JoHow versus PivotAce. Setting buttons right now. Turn this down a touch. PivotAce, last year's champion.
Aha.
Yeah. JoHow, not a name I'm familiar with. PivotAce also not been to a whole lot of other tournaments outside of KiT, if I remember correctly. Having some controller difficulties. Let them get that sorted out.
Yep, just working on all of that. I'm also checking sound in the meantime as well.
Someone may need to desync a controller somewhere.
Oh no.
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe not. And maybe they're just confused about the profiles.
All right, so you know.
Working on it.
I don't know. We
Well,
will
this controller
figure
might be
it
dead.
out, and
Hey,
yes, it is.
Do you need a different?
Okay.
We have an extra pad if you need it.
All right, we're just working through some difficulties right now.
Desync
But thank
all
you
the
for hanging with us. This is Kumite in Tennessee, the finale. And we are here with 700 of our friends getting ready to play some super awesome video games. We've got Injustice is running right now. We've got Doza. We finished up uni earlier today.
Did you call it Doza?
I did. I called
No, you
it
call
Doza.
it Doza?
Because I'm a strange
I've
human.
never heard that a day in my life.
Well,
'Cause
today's that day.
one of our friends, one of our locals, he's constantly trying to get us to play DOA. He's always like, hey, when we run a DOA, when we run a DOA.
So,
still having some
getting into this one, so they're just fixing the controllers, trying to get everybody logged in and everything. But PivotAce, who we've got here, playing Tono, so he says, because I just asked him. We've got, oh, they're switching sides. Okay, cool. So the names may not be correct, but we will figure this out very shortly. Oh, we are. No, this is Melty Blood Type Lumina.
Oh yeah, I didn't change that.
We are fixing all the things. Thanks for guys for hanging with us.
Yeah, it's been a crazy day.
It has been a crazy day.
Threw the stream together at the last moment. Knoxville saving French bet at KiT.
Yep, definitely.
So JoHow plays Kouma, correct?
All right.
What did he just do?
Okay, so
Okay. I don't know how you did that, but
right now the issue that they're having is one person is controlling both player one and player two. So we're trying to fix that really quickly, which is interesting because this was not an issue that we had prior to this.
I think somehow he got his controller connected wired and wirelessly. Somehow.
Oh, got it.
I think is what the issue was.
I see.
Because one of the profiles like had the wired symbol
Oh, that makes
next
sense.
to it.
Okay. We are loading in. We're just going to start it again, which is okay. That's how we do. Okay, I believe we are good. They are selecting their own characters, and now we are setting the buttons. Okay, everything looking good. So far, so good? Woohoo!
All right, cool.
Yay! All right. So once again, so the names are switched. There we go.
There we go.
JoHow on the Kouma and PivotAce on Shiki Tono.
Yep. So
Gonna get into it here. Yay! Oh, this is pools, by the way. So it does say that on the screen. This is our second block of pools. We already had one finish, and it is quite a huge block of pools to like get that top 8. So very exciting. Here we go.
40 people here from Melty today. Pretty good. Ooh, all right. Just up back dive kick there from JoHow. Good start. All right, big beast shield there from PivotAce. Just trying to keep him in the corner, get started.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so it does get a nice low hit there with the Kouma, but backing off a lot. So Kouma, the grappler of this entire cast, you really want to see a lot more of him coming in and not letting Tono start like this. Oh, but does drop the combo.
Both of these characters want to be pretty aggressive. Shiki, he's just going to keep it simple with frame traps, Rekkas. He's pretty straightforward and linear in his pressure. Kouma has to be a little more creative, trying to open people up.
Okay, does get hit with a low. JoHow did a really good job just maintaining. They just ran at each other in pre-round. That was great.
I love it.
Yeah, but got more hits. What I'm looking for out of PivotAce is just him try and end in an arc drive here just so he can open up that entire double down moveset because he doesn't have that right now.
Yeah, unlock the Nania. Put Nania in the game.
I mean, if you want. Okay, nice backdash to bait the movement. I really liked that out of JoHow, or out of PivotAce. Still in the corner, could choose to end this. Nope, doesn't use the EX, but does just the high-low.
Yeah, goes for the safe jump, just goes low, and that's going to be a perfect.
Very well done. That was a good response.
Yeah.
Very good response. So I believe these are 2 out of 3 until winners, losers, grands.
I believe pools is just first 2 the whole way.
Perfect. Yeah, I meant winners, losers, grands for when we get to top 8. But now we're 1-1 in this, and there we go. That's exactly what I was looking for, because now Tono basically is unstoppable. Okay, but Kouma coming there with the C version of that particular moveset, gonna get knocked down. You can waste, honestly, a lot of meter.
Yeah, now Kouma does, I think has some ways with meter to kind of get around the down moveset because he can get the install, have armor, he has multiple meter invincible reversals. It's just a matter of not getting caught out of the air.
Yes, that's going to be 1 up for PivotAce, and then we're getting right back into it. So again, these are all first to 2s. Because of the, that's how we're running these. It keeps everything running quickly. Oh, the shield though, totally punished. Just didn't get any opportunity off of that. 2 lows come in, another shield, but didn't commit too hard. But unfortunately, now getting hit by the entire Kouma combo.
Yeah, a little bit of a drop there. That back tech works out for PivotAce, but in Melty Blood, what you need to be especially cognizant of is your movement, and not only your own movement, but your opponent's movement. You have to keep track of their air options, their tendencies, do they back tech, do they forward tech. Because keeping them pinned down and being able to track down their movement, especially in a matchup like this, because Kouma is at a movement disadvantage. He has a very linear air dash. He cannot cancel air actions.
Okay. That was a really good corner pressure. I like the way that PivotAce was doing like backdash easy A move. Wasn't committing to anything to sort of bait JoHow into doing something. And it worked. It worked really, really well. Okay, holds the shield again. Little risky. And then now JoHow was going to go ahead and do the shield in advance. Got, unfortunately, recovery frames. Big hit with a hard knockdown there from PivotAce.
JoHow definitely was expecting that jump 2 to hit. Just wasn't quite high enough. Started that charge a little bit late. So he just gets blown up for free there by PivotAce. Safe jump again, goes low.
This is a really good mixed set, and he still has meter afterwards. He's got 1 count of Magic Circuit.
Oh my God, it worked! I don't know.
It's going to do, I think it's around 4,800. Yep, it's exactly 4,800.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm more surprised that he did it or that it worked. Full screen dash up throw. I love it.
And do it again. I like that. Okay, oh, it looks like he was almost going for it again, but baited it. Like, a little bit of a clash there. Another clash, shield, and then shield back. I'm surprised nobody died. We got a blood heat, and then a throw. Brilliantly played. Brilliantly played.
JoHow played that shield interaction almost correctly. He just didn't react fast enough to the high shield.
I really liked the gameplay, though. It went excellently. It was a lot of fun. And I always like getting the last arc. So the thing with last arcs, and this is I mean, just sort of in case people are new to the game and they're like, this is Melty Blood the first time I've seen it. So with last arc, you can only get that when you are in your awakened state, which happens when you're 1 round away from losing the game. If you hit last arc when you have 4 bars of magic circuit, like JoHow did right there, it does 4,800 damage flat. That's how it is across all the characters. If he had been in Blood Heat, which would have been, again, you still need 4 bars, things like that. If he'd shielded and gotten it, he would have gotten more damage out of that. But it was still a lot.
6,700, I think.
Correct.
Right.
So we are getting our next match up on stream, though.
Hey, what's your name? What character you play? Arcrueid? Okay. Yeah, I recognize you.
So this is going to be Doza and Rob Kouma. Who do you play?
Shiki.
Oh, we got Motono. We
Yeah,
can
I
never
played him.
escape from crossing fate.
Yeah, I played him.
What neutral? Sorry, it's fun.
You
So
mean
the players are right
jump
here, so they're
charge C
easy
neutral?
to yell at. So this is going to be Rob Koyomi and Doza.
Yes.
We've got another Shiki Tono.
Yeah, Shiki versus Arcrueid.
Yeah,
Rob Koyomi, very solid. I played him at Climax.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he beat me.
Oh, I was going to ask how you did.
Well, in my match in winners, it was final round, and I had the life lead of my controller disconnected. So I lost. And I was really tilted, and I lost to Rob Koyomi. So I was like,
I would be very sad.
I was upset.
I would be
I
all
was
the way
real
tilted.
upset.
All the way tilted.
I don't want to completely blame the loss on it, but it was.
That can definitely hurt
It
a
was
lot.
It was a factor.
Definitely. That's the mental breakdown right there.
Hopefully, there's no more control issues for this set. It didn't seem like there were any after they got the last one cleared up.
No, everything seemed like it went really well. But they are going to go ahead, do the usual, do the buttons, check everything.
Today in Undernight, there was more button checks than I've ever seen in my life. Into the match, every match on stream was there was some sets. They went to the second round just for a button check. I was like, what are y'all doing?
They're really checking their buttons.
Yeah. I was like, they're doing whole ass combos. I was like, dang, y'all.
But we do have, we got to get our colors.
The color is very important.
Does Doza just play regular color arc?
There's something to be said for the
That's a
default.
flex.
Oh wait, we're not playing.
We are very fortunate to have the final Kumite in Tennessee being sponsored by Junk Food Arcade, and they have a bunch of setups here as well, which is really, really fun. I got to play on one of the minis, or the snack boxes, the snack box micro. I really liked it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, they're nice controllers. Junk Food Arcade is, of course, the official sponsor of Kumite in Tennessee. Also a sponsor of the Locals program, which hosts ScruffyCityFGC.
That's awesome. So I was actually just looking at my badge. I was like, oh, look, they're on there.
Yeah, so, always give them a shout out. Toss some money their way. They're good people.
Yep. Okay, so we are getting into this one. Doza is getting a hard knockdown early on. Nice high-low mix as well. Get carry all the way to the court. Ooh, I really like that combo. That was very good. Ooh.
Yeah, make him plus. Arcrueid's one of the only characters in the game that has ways to truly be plus without spending meter off of that charge.
Oh no, Rob Koyomi went in for the grab, and then Doza is just punishing the heck out of it. This is going to be the end of round 1. Rob's sitting there nodding his head. He's like, yeah, I missed that.
Very quick, very quick. I don't think the clock even hit 80.
No, that was very fast. I mean, both of these characters operate very quickly, and this is a good return combo after that round, getting hit with the unblockable there as well, but didn't get a huge combo afterwards. Great blocking out of Doza, though.
Yeah, Arcrueid especially, very, very steamroll heavy character.
Okay.
Because when she knocks you down, she just puts you in a left, right, high, low. It's very steamroll heavy. Rob Koyomi, though, finds the hit, taking her back across the screen. Safe jump.
All right, the BC challenges on these shields are really going well for both of them. All right, the thing is, though, Doza's not going to go ahead and spend the meter. Sometimes they do that just to get that extra moveset opened up for the next round. but he chose not to. That's fine, though, because they're both using a ton of meter. Doza has less rune,
Yeah.
but that's fine. So now we're just going
Ooh, air
across.
unblockable.
Yeah, getting hit there. Okay, jumps over and okay, they're really just. There's a lot of neutral going on right now.
Kouma definitely prefers to just like cash out one bar at a time with that EXDP ender.
Good throw, fatal counter on that. Gonna have the corner combo. Uses the full Rekka string and then use the EX edge to get more damage. What's the mix? Oh, we have Blood Heat activation.
Yeah, it doesn't react to stand shield.
We tech again. Yeah, you just have to wait this out.
That's what it is. Like when you pop Blood Heat, like the mind game completely changes. And throws, you see a lot of throws and throw tech because people are so afraid of shield.
Right, because if that shield gets hit, then you're going to lose, like you said, 6,200 damage.
Yeah,
and that's significant. That's over half-life for every single character.
It's a big old chunk. IAD jumps through there, finds him coming down from the jump B. Going to take him not all the way to the corner. He's going to catch out the damage. Safe jump. So yeah, Rob Kouma definitely prefers the safe jump because depending on the timing, he gets a left-right low.
Do you know the name of this super?
Yes. Oh,
it's Melty Blood.
What
okay, we did have a controller desync, but that was the... Okay, we're good. Okay, they're gonna... I think they're gonna play it through.
Okay. That works for them.
All right, so Doza is going to move. It's going to keep going with that one, so it's 1-0 for Doza. But really, Rob Kouma had a very good start in that particular game. Ugh, the DP came out, and now it's totally punished.
Absolutely. But another thing to watch out for, Rob Kouma is very good about sniping out those jump 8 counter hits. And especially against a character like Arcrueid, who has such dominant space controlling, fast, just the great air buttons, like some of the best in the game. Finding those jump 8 counter hits against Arcrueid is a lot easier said than done. Easier said than done.
That was a very strong round from Rob Kouma. What he did there is every time that Doza went in for one of those DPs, they were punished because Rob was being much more patient the entire time. So in this one, I'm definitely going to look for less wild DPs. Like that wasn't working, so go ahead, activate Moondrive. Unfortunately, did get stuck at the corner. Oh, and trying to tech out of it there. That time it does work, though.
That's another thing. That's kind of that's part of why safe jumps are so strong in this game, because there are so many wake-up options like DP, and Rob Kouma has a very strong safe jump, so those DPs, they just win.
All right, lots of blocking. Great job from Rob. Okay, eventually does get thrown. This is going to allow Doza to have a corner combo, which is so incredibly strong on Arc. Gonna do hard knockdown. What's the mix? JC, it's so hard to figure out where that's gonna hit. The hitbox is ridiculous.
For a split second there, I thought he was a genius using the 2C to like sneak under and side switch, but unfortunately the recovery a little bit too long there for Rob Kouma. Doza takes the round.
Good fatal counter in the air. Getting I mean, it always helps to get any bit of damage. So the high-low coming out of Arc, shield with the delay A counter out of Rob Kouma, doing a great job tossing Arc back into the corner.
Ooh, bad
hit her
back
twice.
Yeah, back teching, especially in the corner, can be extremely dangerous game because there is slight recovery. So it is, if a player has a read on it or just doesn't cover multiple options.
That was really well done to go ahead and throw that Moondrive activation. But Doza in Moondrive and Blood Heat getting a ton of health back. Teching both of those throws. Did get one little hit at the very end, but unfortunately Blood Heat had already ended and the Moondrive, so there's no resources on Doza's side. And this is not going to kill, but it's going to give Rob a huge leg up in this particular round. Unless Doza's a genius.
Yeah, he went for just the 2-2-8 mix-up off on knockdown. Ooh, big punish. There it is. Yep, 2C. Got the stanky leg. Rob Kouma evens it up.
It's really well done. Very excellent gameplay. A lot of, I mean, these two are very familiar with each other, so you can tell that they understand the way the other one's played.
Yeah, there's part of that mix-up. Who just charged, doesn't react to shield in time. Who's going to blink first? So it's a Moondrive. Doza finds the hit.
Okay, we got that double JC, just really trying to get anything out of Rob Kouma. They double fatal countered in the air. Rob is the first one to recover, though, and now getting a lot more damage onto Doza.
Honestly, Rob Koumi does DP less than any Shiki player I've ever seen. Like, he hasn't just let one rock, not even Moonskill. Which oh, Aaron blockable, yeah, he set that up. Art can set those up really easily because she has such fast multi-hitting air moves that keep you in the air.
For sure. All right. So
like
Doza 1 round away from taking it. And I like in the pre-round movement, they were just trying to make sure that Rob just rolled his head back so far after that hit. That's actually really difficult because you had to do this entire thing, which was really smart. Go ahead and activate the Moondrive. Double shield comes out, but now you're getting a hard knockdown. Backdash and then Moondrive because it didn't work. Very smart, but that gave Rob the opportunity to jump out of the corner and start this entire combo. And if he wants to, nope, he's going to go ahead and do the knockdown instead with the high-low mix afterwards. Just throw her again.
One thing I would like to see Rob make a little bit better use of his reversals. He always has a bunch of meter on deck. And it's like, Shiki has a very strong DP in or out of Moondrive, and there's been a lot of times where Doza has just kind of jumped at him, and he's just kind of taking it. He just kind of let her get in,
right,
and not really, say, hey, get off me.
Okay, another Moondrive activation out of Doza. Backs out of that DP. That time, the backdash in the air got caught by Rob, and then another heat just to maintain the distance, the pressure. Melty Blood on the very, very last part of it. No, he's not dead. He's close, but he's not dead. Run straight in the court, and then the overhead. He'd committed to the low shield. Well done from Doza, but good play from Rob Koumi as well.
So, like, again, even in that situation, there was a lot of times where Rob just didn't want to take the risk, didn't want to take the pressure. But sometimes you gotta let it rock. Because if they get hit by it once, then the next time, they're gonna they back off. You gotta make them respect your wake up, respect your options, and Rob just kind of let Dozier run all over him a little bit. Just kind of jump at him, medium.
Yeah, and the thing was that Doza, with the way that he was throwing out those DPs, they were very unsafe, and Rob Koumi did start to finally punish those, but it was too late, which was unfortunate.
It can be hard to punish, especially Arc Moondrive DP. It can be quite hard to punish that one. And even her regular one, because even if it whiffs, she's so far past you that you don't get an optimal starter. Like, some characters have to do like an instant air dash starter, which if you're not ready for, you might not be able to just crank it out if you're not experienced.
Mm-hmm. That is very true. So
it's deceptively hard to punish Arc's DP.
Yeah. Also, shout outs to Ericus. Yay! Thanks for coming. Once again, this is the ScruffyCityFGC channel, Scruffy City based out of Knoxville, Tennessee, and swooped in to save the day when the poor HXC stream exploded earlier today. So we're very grateful for them and everything that they're doing. We are working through the Melty Blood type Lumina bracket right now. We are in pools, but we get to see a whole bunch of stuff. If HXC manages to get back up in time for finals, we will be moving over to there. But for right now, we're very grateful that Scruffy City is letting us be here.
All right, so we're going to see JoHow again, the Kouma player that lost to PivotAce, and versus Sanbika. Not a name I recognize.
But that's what's fun about pools, is that you just get to see a bunch of people that you don't know how they play.
Absolutely.
That's something that I really enjoy. And it's something that I've talked about a lot, is because in pools, you just get to experience a lot of different people, especially in these more regionalized events. Now, granted, we do have a significant number of people here. Like, there's 700 people registered for Kumite in Tennessee, the finale. And we have people from all over the country who flew in, who drove in to be part of this. So we are very grateful for that.
Absolutely.
So Sanbika, we're switching sides. I was like, tell me we have another Toto.
Like JoHow's going to be player one.
Yep, we've got JoHow on player one. Oh, we have an Aoko. Fun!
Aoko in this game is super cool. She's a lot like Aoko in current code. Unfortunately, shield can kind of invalidate orbs in neutral a little bit. But she can still set up some strong set plays, strong pressure with those shields. Or those orbs, excuse me.
Yeah, I've seen some really good orb pressure, especially with some corner setups, but you have to be a lot more aggressive than you would think that it allows, and especially now that the shield kind of neutralizes her far lasers as well. So you just have to be careful, but we're getting a lot of counters there.
Big
But
super jump C, put him down on the ground.
oh, good shield, and then goes ahead and throws JoHow very strong right now.
You have tried to set up a little Sundory drift, misspaced it a little bit. Finds a jump in counter hit.
Oh, dropped the end of that combo. I understand the point of trying to go into the Aoko kick, but it's really not working out because the distance is way too far.
Yeah,
I know the hitbox is good, but it's not that good.
He can get a mix if he just runs up after that 236C, because they had to block for so long.
Excuse me. The ball setup was really interesting. I just want to see a little bit good air aggression there. That's what I was about to say. I want to see more air aggression out of Sanbika. But jumps over?
Because like Aoko has such strong air movement, she has extra air action. So you couple that with her very good jump A.
Yeah.
Makes them ambiguous approaches.
Honestly, right now, JoHow just has to be threatening. Okay, maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe be more threatening. Shield the whole thing, and then, oh, I'm surprised they didn't go for the B counter. Because you could have B countered her right out of that, but got it with the low.
Yeah, if you do it fast enough, she cannot react.
Okay.
I can see Sanbika maybe do some rebeats, because Aoko can set up very strong rebeat pressure, just because like her buttons like 5B and 5C have such good reach, especially against a character like Kouma, who has comparatively stubby buttons compared to the. She can really use kind of her like mid-range rebeat play.
Oh my goodness, such scary shield. So again, these two are committing to a lot of shield, but that is allowing JoHow to just get really good throws, and that is going to be the end of that particular round. So the thing that I'm seeing from Sanbika is there are some good fundamentals, but they are not strong strings. Like when he gets a hit, it's a very short string for the combo, and there's not a lot afterwards. Whereas JoHow, when they're getting touches, are doing a lot of damage, and that's the thing. You gotta do more damage if you're gonna fight against JoHow.
Sanbika is committing a lot of meter just to ending block strings safe when they could be ending them a lot without spending all the meter. Finds the 5A low though.
Okay, the orb setup comes in. Oh, just went straight through it. Did get hit that time, just taking a tiny bit of damage. Going, again, committing to that kick when it's not doing a ton. Shield again, and then went for the low because it was the high shield. That's a really safe punish on that. That time the kick does work. Shield again, and that time, nope.
I don't know if he had a read or if he was feeling himself, but just the EXDP right there. That dive kick is actually plus on block, even if they don't do the mid-dive work. So JoHow could have.
Go for the throw again, I dare you. Nah. That time, okay, really well met. Comes in with a 2A, was able to finish the combo. Again, that was actually much closer. I liked that Sanbika was much more aggressive during that particular round, but now JoHow is being way more aggressive and kind, and that's really scary.
Yeah, Sanbika just not really doing a whole lot with a whole lot of Oki, not a whole lot of forcing his advantage on JoHow's wake up.
All right,
He just kind of gets blown on the wake up to the zone, which no, does not finish the combo.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it could have ended it right there, especially if it ended in EX. The orb comes out. We do have that. Yeah, got hit by the orb that time.
Yeah, that Kouma 2-2C install, if you shield and A counter it, it blows up his armor for free, or you can throw it.
There we go, get hit by the overhead low, and JoHow is gonna move on. So that was in the loser's half of the bracket.
Yeah.
So now, JoHow is going to go face Rob Koyomi, which we're not gonna see on stream. Up on stream, we will have KDZ versus Doza, and then ShadowSnake versus PivotAce coming up on this. And both of those are top 8 qualifiers.
Impressive. Oh, yeah. You know, JoHow definitely seemed like a little bit more experienced player in that match. You know, which happens. Sometimes
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sometimes you get your ass beat by somebody better than you. It happens. Happens to everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, the one thing that is really good about this game is it does have rollback netcode, and it does allow for a lot of pretty decent online play. So you do have the opportunity to practice. There's also a lot of online tournaments that we could highlight. Gosh, what was it? At the Melty Blood Western qualifier, me and Makoto Fox went through like all the different online locals that you could enter. And by the time we were done, it was like 15 different things. People were like, wow, I didn't know there was this much Melty Blood. Yes, there's this much Melty Blood.
I think we're getting ShadowSnake and PivotAce first.
Okay, so this is ShadowSnake and PivotAce. So PivotAce on the Tono coming back, and
ShadowSnake recently got out of pools at Climax.
yeah, he's wearing that Climax shirt. I can see that.
Yep. Both of them, both these players quite strong.
Which we love to see.
I'm not sure if ShadowSnake plays. I've only heard the name.
Well, I'm about to ask because that's something I can do. ShadowSnake, who do you play? Yeah. Okay. Dag, all these Kouma players. Okay, we have another Kouma. Another Kouma Toto.
Shiki versus Kouma again.
Ridiculous. Honestly, that is... this is honestly more Kouma than I've ever seen played.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward matchup, considering how linear Shiki's pressure can be and its reliance on frame traps. Although Shiki rebeats against Kouma are very strong because Kouma's buttons are a little bit slower, especially at range. That, like, Shiki's rebeats are like -1, which against Kouma may as well be 0 or +1.
Right.
Depending on what, like the range. I want to see how Kouma 2B interacts like with the instant air dash approaches from PivotAce.
Uh-huh.
Because Kouma 2B is kind of the god anti-air. But Shiki Jump C is also a very strong button. So I want to see how those two buttons interact.
All right, so we're going to get into it. Ooh, we get to choose a stage. The stages in here are really beautiful, and they did such a good job with the art.
I like the stage choice.
That's the really nice thing, is there's a lot of opportunity to show off the different art designs of this game. Oh my god. So I love the idea of pre-round movement and setting up your pressure early, but PivotAce is going to go ahead and open this one up immediately.
You can smell it, like you can smell the bloodlust on somebody. Like ooh, nice dash under.
It's hard to smell all the bloodlust over the barbecue, though. It smells really good in
I
here.
had some.
It is mad good. Anyway, getting back into the match. Now, ShadowSnake taking back a lot of pressure. This is ridiculous. Like, this is the impression as compared to JoHow's Kouma. Look how much damage he's doing, how much oppression there is in this corner. That was fast.
He didn't even get to play.
He did. There was a little bit, like 2 seconds.
But what blew him up at first was ShadowSnake did 5v2C. You really don't have to block high against Kouma because his overheads are very easy to react to. Because he only has like the, I think Charge 5C and the Wreck It in their overhead.
Oh my goodness, this is going to do a lot of damage. This is probably going to be what? Okay, 3-6, that's not bad. As most people know, during the 2.0 patch, which came out in the middle of August, all of the characters were given different health values, and Kouma now has the highest health in the game. Tono is obviously less than that, but not much less. So that super, or the arc drives do a considerable amount of damage. The activation, that was such a great place to activate, and it's completely shutting down PivotAce.
I think he probably could have reacted and shielded there, and just did A counter and blown it up. I think because he was still in the air when he activated.
That is true.
So
the air action would have been all used up, and you could have punished it.
Yeah, I think PivotAce could have just shielded that on reaction.
But honestly, ShadowSnake is doing just so much, and playing Kouma so quickly and executing the moves very well.
Yeah, Kouma is another steamroll character. Like, when he gets you in the corner, it's like you're guessing, is he doing 2C? Is he going to run up and grab you?
The thing is, too, is that he's consistently putting PivotAce into the corner and not allowing him to leave. Like, at this point, PivotAce pays rent in this corner.
Yeah, corner carry is very strong for most characters. Most characters get pretty strong corner carry. Some characters stronger in the corner than others. Kouma, definitely one of those.
Absolutely. Good
Dash
Moondrive
under.
activation.
That is legacy skill.
And then go ahead and use the shield on the heat activation, eliminating all of the life out of PivotAce. So with that, what was really smart was the Moondrive run under, because he was able to see what was happening while PivotAce was in the air. It was a very good movement.
That run under is definitely the legacy skill I'm playing a lot, because like that's something that I believe ShadowSnake plays a little bit of current code. And that like dash under when they jump you in the corner, that's all current code. But it's such a strong option because there is a little bit of landing lag after moves in this game. So if you can like sneak under them, you get a free punish essentially.
PivotAce is getting an opportunity here to do some damage. Gonna end it with the rapid beat and the EX edge. No, okay,
Left, right.
yeah,
Bro, love
nice. And then again, another left, right.
Under drift.
This is a much better round for PivotAce in general, but the thing is, I'm still afraid of what ShadowSnake can do. Like that, just wake up DP and do a lot of damage, and with this EX edge, and a very safe heat to get some health back.
I think PivotAce was trying to set up a safe jump there in the corner, and he just messed up his inputs. Ooh, what a smart jump shield. I can't believe it hit that low.
Oh my god, shield again. And then the throw at the very end of it. The thing is,
oh, the armor.
Yeah, the armor and the ground. I was gonna say is that ShadowSnake has armor, and oh my god, baited an EXDP out of it. Side switch, dash under, and then gets hit, but no death yet, and then got it on the back dash.
3C anti-air, wow. PivotAce getting right out of there.
Very smart gameplay from ShadowSnake, who will be moving on to top 8.
Yeah, he is our first top 8 qualifier.
From this
pool,
bracket, yeah. But that's still real good, and we're very excited about it. So that means that next up we're going to have KDZ and Doza on stream, who are coming up right now.
Yes, Doza, of course, the Arcrueid player we saw earlier. We're cruising through these pools. These matches have been fast.
Yeah, that is one nice thing. We really appreciate that everybody is moving quickly and who showed up. As a matter of fact, we had people try to check into pools an hour and a half early. So shout outs to people who actually wanted to sign up and check in. So Doza, as mentioned, was the ARC player that we saw earlier. Did a really good job.
KDZ plays Hisui.
Ooh, that's exciting. I like all of this.
I believe they're playing Hisui.
I love all of this information. There's a rock band competition going on stage, and that makes me really happy.
Oh, for the con? Oh, there is, isn't there?
So KiT is part of Multi-City Music Con, which has all sorts of different events. There's tabletop events, there's D&D, there are pinball machines, there are legacy arcade machines.
There's a pinball tournament going on.
Yeah, there's a pinball tournament. There are comic book signings. There's comic artists here. There's a cosplay competition. There's a lot going on.
Are you going to be in the cosplay competition?
I'm not. I thought about it, but I'm not going to do it. I should have, but I didn't.
Would you broke out the Elton?
I would have.
Yeah, the Elton.
I would have done the Elton. She's fun.
But
I thought about bringing the Jacko just because I'm commentating Guilty Gear and I could have done it in cosplay. That would have been funny. I will do that someday, but today was not that day.
Did you commentate Combo Breaker as Elton?
I did not. I changed.
I see.
I changed for top 8. That was a very busy day.
Oh, no.
Oh, apparently Doza was terrified because things were happening. Okay.
Yep.
It is going to be the Hisui. So Hisui,
I don't know how she keeps flying under the radar when people talk about strong characters in this game. I mean, what's she have?
I was going to say the opposite because Hisui gained a lot of traction after EVO because of the way that she was played during Grand Finals. It was really okay. So Jin was the one who played her, and Jin won. Came from winners, and then Masoma reset the bracket, but had some incredibly good setups. Really strong pressure, especially with the EX table, with the desserts. Just did a lot of things that a lot of the US players hadn't seen. So it was very cool to see that, and I like to see more people get the hands on Hisui, especially now that she can do like these really sick double bento setups. I really like that.
Yeah, but both these characters are quite strong. Both these characters get 4-way mix. Hisui gets the setup. Hisui also gets, you know, am I going to do 3 overheads or 4 overheads?
12
Like,
overheads.
12 overheads, you know, even.
But this is exactly the sort of thing you want to see. You get the knockdown and the bento pressure. The high-low is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is the kind of thing that I felt like Jin's gameplay at EVO popularized. And that's a perfect from KDZ.
Yeah, KDZ's, or Hisui's air dash is so fast. That, like, just setting up that stuff and they're sitting there blocking the bento or maybe the dust, and you just, boom, IAD, got him.
Yeah, the dust comes out, and then, oh, I love the way
kick.
that it hit, and then it got hit again with the dust cloud that was left. Moondrive for Moondrive, went in for a throw, and they both get fatal countered, but okay. Doza now finally getting an opportunity.
Yeah, them boys are swinging.
Good!
Charge heat. Wow, jump C losing, that's not something you see that often.
No. All right, good blocking out of KDZ. Until I said that, Commentators curse, my bad.
Yep. You didn't even say it, you just thought it.
I
And then
did,
it got
I really
hit.
did.
Ooh, goes low on his wake up. Doza even it up just as quick.
Yeah, I like that. You know, at this point in the bracket, I want to see more of this back and forth. And both of these players are incredibly strong and will not be the last of we see it either.
Sting on that. Ooh.
It was such good distance that to get hard knockdown. We're going to get the JC. Yeah,
Yep,
JC.
double overhead.
And then just wait and hit them low. What an
KD
opening.
Yeah, KDZ blinks first. Doza worked on a perfect of his own.
We're going to get the double overhead again. Nope, just one. Still JC, and then hit with the low. Oh my goodness, doing such a good job. We're going to end it with Melty Blood. Yeah, he's absolutely dead.
The perfect just made him mad. It just made him
He
mad.
really did. Doza chilling though. He's just like, okay.
Absolutely. That was emphatic 2 rounds there from Doza after getting perfected to start. That'll happen. Melty Blood is a game where perfects happen though. Like even when it's 2 like evenly matched players, perfects still happen.
Perfects and timeouts, like the opposite ends of the spectrum. It happens much more frequently I would expect it to. A really good throw and then to the opposite side from KDZ. Tried to get a bento setup, but it ended up not working. So now I'm expecting either double bento or EX bento in the corner after this. Let's see. Oh, he's just decided to use it on EX edge. But that was a black beat technically, so it wasn't even a real combo. Doza taking all this damage for free.
Ooh, just falling to pay. Tech buttons.
Doza just went, that was nuh-uh. Like he shook his head emphatically.
Yeah, tech buttons in this game is like the dark side. Like it can be like a get off me, but you can also just get completely blown up counter hit.
Good return round here starting off for Doza though.
Yeah,
It really does seem like all of these good rounds make him kind of angry.
Yeah, but that tick throw from Arcrueid is so fast. It's unreactable in this game.
Throw back into the corner. The overhead does not work out. Hisui just straight up walked out of there, but it doesn't matter. Doza's much happier with that one, though.
Yeah, the clash of the Linscope saved him. Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Because if you take a round off Doza, he just gets mad and beats you even harder. But if you don't take rounds, you know.
It's very scary. Okay, we had the B counter after the shield. Good oh, no. Got hit with the overhead of the table. Ladle comes out. Launcher. And then get the EX ladle. But wake up DP
Let it
afterwards.
rock.
Oh, no. The EX after the dash did not end up working out. And now you're just right back where you started.
I think he did that EX elbow just as a chase. But I think he might have just misjudged the timing on it.
All right. Moondrive into heat. Was, yeah, trying to get some kind of knockback. The DP it didn't work out, unfortunately, and now dust, and then hit with the low, and he stood up. He was expecting an overhead.
Yeah, like Arcrueid's arc dive is full screen, so like if Hisui is just throwing pots and pans full screen, he was in heat. He could have just let it rock, but now he's one touch away from being losing, and the low catches him.
All right.
Evens it up.
But 1-1, which is nice because this is the first 1-1 we've seen since Doza was last here. Doza's the only person that we've had 1-1s with on stream so far. Oh, just run up throw. Yeah, me too. Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition.
Run up throw in French bread games is so good. Like just full screen dash up throw in current code, Under Night, this game, it just works. In the corner. I would like to see him just go empty low on the next one. He's been doing double overhead a bunch. Just eat him up low.
Knockdown. What's the? Oh, gets hit with a KiT.
Yeah, you gotta OS those, or even if they hold it, you can react.
Table, B counter, but nothing afterwards. A slight clash in the air, but just hit.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's funny though, because I don't think Doza still liked the way that was played.
Yeah, he had a couple of drops there, a couple misconfirmed.
Wow, ran
That was
straight over.
ballsy.
Well, I liked it though because it hadn't finished setting up, so it was a perfect opportunity for that dash to come in.
Yeah.
Good gameplay decision. High risk, high reward. Look at how much
Yeah.
damage KDZ just took.
Yeah, if Doza could just tighten up his safe jumps a little bit and get those OSs, those like heats and like wake up moon drives or moon skills from KDZ, they wouldn't be working. Nice block on the overhead. Now the messed up thing Arcrueid can do in the overhead is you do partial charge, then 2B.
Right.
And it's super cursed.
So this is very, very close to being over. It's all going to come down to what happens after this. Okay, we do have a heat activation, and Doza did get hit by it. The EX table does not get, oh, it was shielded, but then Doza chose not to go in. Actually, I like that. He's forcing KDZ to play his game.
I'm surprised KDZ didn't try to approach when he was just sitting there shielding the cake. Because there was like a good delay. You could maybe popped him with an instant air dash.
Bento set up, and then, oh no, did get hit by that. Now Dust, but unfortunately drops the Dust Up and just laughs.
Falling, jumping. You love it. Tag buttons. The classic. GG's to Doza.
Yeah, Doza will be moving on to top 8.
Top 8, let's go.
He gives a thumbs up. He's like, yeah, we in there.
No, he's still be set.
He said, we. We are going to have one more match on stream. So, oh.
Possibly 2, maybe.
Possibly 2. I do see Rushdown and then
Yeah, Rushdown.
versus, oh, KDZ.
Rushdown.
But this is not. Okay. All right, so this is going to be KDZ and
Yeah.
Rushdown. So just the person who has just lost. So KDZ will be back with that Hisui, and then Rushdown, who I want to see where they came through. So Squiddy was doing well for a while, and then lost to the Spine. The Spine just lost to Rushdown, so Rushdown is now in.
Don't believe it's actually a multiplayer. I forget what their main game is, but
They did real well though.
Well, there was.
Because they
They had
were.
a DQ.
Oh, they had a DQ. Okay.
And I'll refrain from picking on Squiddy.
Aw, poor Squiddy. Oh, and Rushdown appropriately is playing Miyako.
Okay.
We do love a Miyako all day, every day.
Yeah,
Gambarimasu!
I believe Rushdown is either from here or Memphis. I can't remember which.
I think I heard him say Memphis earlier,
I
but
think he's from Memphis, but he spends a lot of time in the Middle Tennessee and Middle Tennessee discords.
so even though Miyako did get
She's a
slightly
struggle
nerfed, she is still a very, very big bully if you don't know how to deal with her. Rushdown.
She can still abuse those air buttons. They're still quite good.
Yes, she can. She's a big scary girl.
Yep.
Little scary girl. But unfortunately, it seems like KDZ knows this matchup really well, is doing a great job setting up bento after bento. We do get the invincible reversal on that EX edge, which was a really nice way to get out of the corner until it wasn't.
Yeah, it seems like Rushdown is just trying to commit a little too hard, trying to like force his way out a little bit too much. Be a little bit more patient. Ooh,
And that's the
that
thing
was a
that's-
good match though.
Yeah, it's hard to be patient as Miyako because you don't want to,
Yeah.
because you just want to go.
Yeah, Miyako players are never patient.
No, they are not. But I mean, that's fine because she can really open up some things. We have double bento on the ground, which is an incredible setup, just like that.
1,000 damage right on top.
That's KDZ is playing
Ooh,
excellently.
that was such a
Shield
brave
challenge.
That worked out.
Rapid beat comes out. We get a dust, and then just open her up in the knees.
Too low. Hit him with the pan in the corner. Went up, come back down. He's just check out. Ooh, oh, the jump forward air dash back. Great movement there for Rushdown. Not only crosses up KDZ's Moondrive input, but manages to fall on him with a jump B for the counter hit. Life is almost even. One more solid confirmed from either player.
Ooh, we watered the Miyako. Overhead comes out, chair comes out. Not getting anything yet, the dust. And then just went in for the lower counter with, that was, honestly,
Yeah,
there was a lot more back and forth in that particular round. But KDZ just doing a much better job maintaining the neutral and the pressure.
Yeah, Miyako does struggle in neutral. Especially against a character like Hisui with the, you have puff ball in the air to stop approach, but you also have the throwing the furniture. So if Miyako doesn't have Moondrive to do the PC clash, she can kind of struggle. She has to kind of weave in and out of the pots and pans.
And which is, I think, honestly, Rushdown is doing a very good job of demonstrating that. So coming in and out and just doing a great job running forward, dashing back out. And then because they got the hit onto Hisui, the bento disappeared, making it a very safe entry point for Miyako to come in. Missed there. Ooh, didn't get baited by the dust cloud in the air.
He's already picking better spots to match in this game. He's waiting for Rushdown to land. So when he's landing, oh, the air throw was crazy. That's from so far.
Oh, so now we have the exchange throw into the corner. Rushdown, excellent blocking, shielded, and then grabbed afterwards because they were in recovery, and then what a bento.
Dude, he wants it so bad. He's letting everything rock. I gotta respect it, but it's costing him a little bit.
It is costing. Oh, and the heat was shielded. The heat was shielded, and then he just bounced into the already set up bento.
Yeah,
That's just, ouch.
That wasn't even an OS. He just stood there and hold shield because the bento was already set. Like,
right.
What are you gonna do? You gotta hold it.
So KDZ 1 round away from moving on, which will be into the losers part of the top 8. Setting up a dust cloud and then smooshing Miyako with a good grab, a backdash too to try and bait anything too. I really like KDZ's movement.
Well, I love that's a good timing on that heat. You gotta use it when they cannot act.
All right, Moondrive. I agree with the activation. See what's happening. Okay, we do get a reversal out of Rushdown, but put themselves briefly in the corner. I like the side switch. That was good.
Low shield. KDZ held that low shield a little bit too long.
Oh no! Got the bento set up. So KDZ caught Rushdown in the air, allowing this entire combo to come out. We're going to end it with the EX Edge ladle. And then the high-low mix. I love the empty air jump into the low. It was very confusing.
Hisui air dash is so good.
Hi! Arc Drive finish. KDZ is going to be moving on into top 8.
Again, that arc drive does so much damage. Like, it has like such little scaling. It does so much damage at the end of things. But I think that is it for at least myself here for Melty at KiT. So
yeah, I will be back later. So Melty Top 8 should be starting around 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I believe it will be on this channel. If not, we will update you appropriately. I will probably put it on Twitter. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us for now. And where, if anybody wants to find you or any information, what should they find you at?
My Twitter handle is @236mafia. Shout out 36 Mafia, shout out Project Pat. But yeah, stick around. We'll have Melty Top 8 come by later tonight.